Alright gang, so I've had quite a few comments on the James Hargreaves guitar video that I released the other day, and rather than spend all day arguing in the comments section, I thought I'd go through a bunch of the ones I've received so far in this video. Enjoy. This was an interesting watch, but Hargreaves is the man. Love his content too much to hate on him. Yeah, I want to be clear here, the aim with my response video is not to make people hate Hargreaves or his channel. I watched the Jarvis Cocker video and the Michael Hutchence one purely out of interest, and they're great videos. I like the fact that he's doing a Britpop oriented channel, and I think he's doing a great job with it. I just think that his response to Simon Price really missed the mark, and given that he's clearly someone with a loyal and sizable audience, they deserved a better, less dishonest takedown of the Guardian article than what he actually gave. He has two music teacher parents, is a 40-year-old who studied at university but definitely grew up poor. Makes sense. I don't necessarily agree with this comment. I think we have a tendency to assume that anyone who works in the arts must be pretty well off, and it definitely helps, but it is possible to do it without being a trust fund baby. In fact, assuming that it's true that James is around 40 or so, then it was certainly more possible in the age when he grew up. And also remember that university didn't used to cost anywhere near as much. Like, it used to be $3,000 for a master's, so I can imagine Hargreaves saving up for that. So yeah, nothing that he's said would lead me to believe he's not from a working class background. Him on your Instagram. Yeah, your opinion doesn't matter, guy. Oof, bloody misandrists. I respect James Hargreaves much more than this dude. Not honest to use somebody else's name to get attention. You know Hargreaves has been using Oasis' name to get attention, right? This guy is just trying to use James Hargreaves' name to get views. Give respect to a fellow YouTuber. Up the wolf tones.
Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away.
Damn, this slaps. Thanks for the recommendation, man. James Hargreaves is a saint. I understand people have different opinions though, man. Also, I don't understand the two names referenced to James. My name is James Joseph Curran IV, and I've been working above the poverty line most of my life. Yeah, it was a joke based on the idea that middle-class people often have double-barreled surnames. I thought it would be obvious I was joking, given that I didn't think anyone would seriously think I thought James's surname was Guitar, but I don't know, maybe I was too deadpan. I checked out your YouTube channel, by the way, Chad. Some good stuff on there. Keep it up. How dare a working class person have two surnames? Oh my god. Constructive criticism. Crowded House is not a British guitar act. They're Australian with a Kiwi lead singer and songwriter. See, this is how you do constructive criticism, gang. You start with constructive criticism : and then you point out a way in which I was actually wrong. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Crowded House were British. I think I just remembered Don't Dream It's Over and assumed a song that miserable could only have come from the UK. I think also in my head I might have conflated it a little bit with Wonderful Life by Black. But yeah, hold my hands up on that one. That was an error, so thank you for pointing that out. I'm pretty sure I got the rest of the nationalities on Glastonbury acts correct, but if anyone spots any other errors, then do let me know. YouTube recommended this video to me. It's a bad video and I'm taking it personally. It suffers from the worst crime any video can commit. It's boring. Yeah, no argument there. It was pretty boring. Should have added more stock footage. As a general rule, I don't care what anyone that looks like Simon Price thinks about anything. It's served me well so far. Have you not learnt anything from James? It's one person's opinion against another's, but James makes the better argument. Far too much generalising in the Simon Price article to suggest all Oasis fans are right-wing is total BS. This comes up in a few comments. I've been seeing people parroting what Hargreaves said about Price saying that all Oasis fans are right-wing, and I don't buy it. What he actually said was, it's no coincidence that Oasis are the band of choice for flag shaggers and reform voters. Saying Oasis are the band of choice for right-wingers isn't the same as saying all Oasis fans are right-wing. It's kind of like saying that aspirin is the drug of choice for hangover sufferers. It doesn't mean that everyone who takes aspirin has a hangover. Like, don't get me wrong, if someone asks Price about that and he says, no, I actually meant all Oasis fans are reform voters, then yeah, he's an oaf. And that makes his article even worse. But that probably isn't going to happen. Mainly because he'll block you on Twitter if you ask him about it. And the leafy Burnage comment is more BS. I live around the corner from Burnage. There may be trees, but that doesn't make it leafy in the way he means. It's a working class area, no question. It's not an intelligently written article. Let's have a look. Burnage. This can't be all there is to it, surely. This looks alright. Yeah, I mean, these houses are pretty small, but they look nice enough. A few bigger ones here. Hello to you. Yeah, I mean, these aren't exactly stately homes or anything like that, but, like, you know, these are definitely nicer than some places I've seen. I mean, this is a working class area, but, like, I get where price is coming from. I mean, the whole point of that section was he was just trying to deflect criticism from people who were suggesting he was being middle class about it, and yeah, I mean, there are definitely worse places to live than what I just saw there. James Hargreaves is the best commentator on Oasis. You are making a video about someone you don't like and a band you don't like.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that!
They sound more like T-Rex and the Seekers.
For I know I'll never find another you.
Which Seeker songs are you thinking of? Long Live James, Fire. I don't want him to die. Okay, so you don't like Oasis and you don't like someone who defended them. Great. See, this guy gets me. I checked out Tash Reef's channel, by the way. Some great cover versions of Oasis and other bands on there. He's got a really nice voice. Saying people don't know who SZA is in 2024 is a wild and inaccurate statement. Literally top 20 artist in the world on Spotify. I should clarify on this one. I know that lots of people know who SZA is, of which I was one of them. But in the run-up to and during Glastonbury, I remember seeing a lot of people on social media complaining that they had no idea who SZA is. So yeah, when I say that SZA was a controversial booking, I mainly mean among long-term Glastonbury fans. Although I agree with the points you make here, I also think that openly laughing at him on multiple occasions when you think he's wrong isn't helpful and isn't a good look for you. I think it undermines your argument and it comes across as smug and patronising. Wait, so I was supposed to just sit there straight-faced for the entire half hour? Where's the fun in that? Also, you try to tell me that Hargreaves didn't allow himself some smug patronising smirks at certain points in his video?
What a strange opening headline. Is that the barely covered implication that we're simpletons?
Claiming that Price doesn't understand banter because he's not a part of lad culture, throwing up a picture of a crying toddler. I'd say those two things are pretty patronising as well. Also, his was a scripted video, you know, he didn't have to put that stuff in there, he chose to. Mine was more of a off-the-cuff live reaction video. Like, I did prepare by watching it a couple of times before then, but some of the stuff that he said still genuinely caught me off guard. I did have a bunch of notes to refer to though, you know, they gave me little prompts like, you should probably ignore that. Couldn't you have summed up your thoughts in a 15-minute video? Probably. I recorded this live on a Twitch stream that ended up being 4 hours long, so it was done as a kind of semi-casual live stream rather than a video essay like James. And I'm aware that style isn't going to be for everyone, but personally I quite like it when streamers go over videos in real time and stop to make comments. Also, I feel like if I tried to keep it that short, I still would have had people saying, what about this bit? You missed that bit. You deliberately missed out this thing that Hargreaves said. At least this way I can give people a timestamp and say, I think you'll find I covered this at the 3 hour 47 mark. Also, be honest here, did Hargreaves' video really have to be half an hour long? There are numerous moments in the video where he could have made his points much shorter and nothing of worth would have been lost. You're trying to do the exact same thing, you puppet.
I'm not a puppet! I'm a real boy!
I only started watching this because of the header. You've already got more views on this than any other. I thought this channel was a review on remixes. I just skim read, watched through your video expecting bollocks. I got what I thought. What a knobhead. Yeah, a few people have suggested I just did this video for clicks, and I promise you, if I did, these are not the clicks that are going to build my channel, let me tell you. I mean, my next video is about Mariah Carey. I hardly think the kind of people who are complaining about this video are going to sit through that. At the end of the day, I don't like intellectual dishonesty, and someone throwing around logical fallacies fatuously and using bullshit arguments to justify their beliefs about Glastonbury and banter and woke culture, that stuff really gets on my tits. And I thought rather than just sit here seething, I'd make it into some kind of content. Kind of like what Hargreaves has done with the Price article. James Hargreaves is a weirdo and a meme. The way he kissed up to the former Kasabian singer was sickening. Wait, what is this all about? Tom Mayen's former bandmates also condemn assault of ex-fiancée as totally unacceptable. Mayen, 39, appeared at Leicester Magistrates Court on Tuesday, where he was ordered to carry out 200 hours unpaid work for attacking Vicky Ager. The court heard that Ager was hit in the face, shoved up against a hamster cage, pushed over repeatedly, held by the throat and threatened with a wooden pallet during the assault on 9th of April. Footage of the incident showed a drunken man striking Aga and dragging her by the ankles into the back garden of their home, causing her multiple injuries. Watson said Aga had not made a statement to police and does not appear to support this prosecution, but added that police had been called to the address before and there was evidence of previous abusive behaviour.
We've all fucked up. We've all done stupid shit. They were doing like tours that dragged on for a year and a half and powering through on cocaine. I mean, his brain was frazzled, and then we went bang straight into a lockdown. But the biggest thing about Tom and what happened to him was the testimony of his wife, the victim, you know, and how she didn't want to press bloody charges and the police ignored her. And something I said to Tom when we talked was, I got in a fight in a pub, and I said, look, and you know, afterwards we decided, sod it, we're not going to press charges, let's just move on. And
well, look, I'm glad you and the woman in the pub were able to settle your differences, but I don't think you have to forgive a wife beater just because his wife does. Powering through a tour on cocaine is not an excuse. That's like saying that Chris Benoit powered through his career on steroids. Imagine being that desperately in love with rock music that you think it's unacceptable for a band member to be dropped from the band due to domestic abuse charges. I mean, I said I didn't want people to hate James, but oh boy, the comments are going to be fun on this one, lol. Well, they were until that last one. Anyways, that's it. That's all I'm going to respond to for now. If you have any other criticisms I've not covered here and you think your comment's genuinely really worth me responding to, then please put an aeroplane emoji at the end of it and I'll take a look. But yeah, thank you very much for your feedback and how much or little of the video you chose to watch. It's all appreciated. This video is over.